Crystalites, welcome back to my channel. My name is Crystal and this is Crystal Display. So in today's video, I'm going to show you guys about how you can, recover and go back on track with your spiritual goals, right? So let's just jump straight into today's video. So if your plan has failed, this is another way that you can, get back on track. So let's just jump straight in. I'm going to pop the spiritual growth plan on the screen. So just in case you don't know what the spiritual growth plan is, it is it is my personal plan that I shared with you guys. So it's a free PDF template that's available now on my Gumroad shop that shows you my personal steps in how you can personally grow in your spiritual walk with God. So literally, this is my plan for 2023, and I shared it on my shop and it's available now. So you can definitely go ahead and check it out. There's an updated version that kind of shows you guys how you can overcome obstacles and all that jazz. So as you can see on the screen, right, this is plan B. If you watch my previous live, so if you watch my previous live all about setting spiritual growth plan, what is a spiritual growth plan and all that jazz, I'll try to link it in the description box down below or in the pinned comments. But I kind of tell you guys what is a spiritual growth plan and why you need it, right? So, but what I need to show you today is, suppose you have put the plan in place and it has totally failed. What can you do? So as you can see in the spiritual growth plan here, the updated version, there's a plan B. So I thought about, okay, what are my potential obstacles, right? So here, this is what you can do for your spiritual growth plan. Think about your weaknesses, like your top 3 weakness that you know for sure, without a doubt, that it will likely to happen, right? Once you have set the plan in place. So these are my top 3 potential obstacles. I'm going to share with you guys what they are and what are some of the ways that I'm going to do to overcome these obstacles. So number 1 obstacle, as you can see on the screen, is when I have no time, burnout, or feeling tired. Obstacle number 2 is when I'm anxious, stressed out, and sad or depressed, whatever you want to call it, right? And then obstacle number 3 is distraction. Like, those are one of my biggest top 3 things that are likely to literally derail my spiritual life. So these are some of the things that I've decided to put in place underneath each potential obstacle. So for number 1, some of the things to do if I have no time, if I'm feeling burnt out or tired, right? So I can either listen to a daily bread podcast or do a short devotional or even do like a gospel workout. And I kind of give you guys what are some of the workout that I follow that is gospel workout based, using a faith jar, right? Prior journaling to God, meditating on one verse that day. So it's all about grace. I feel like that is my word for 2023, giving myself grace, because bruh, like, I know that we're on this grind, but sometimes you just have to give yourself grace, take it one step at a time. And surely I know that God does understand, but we're not trying to put God on the back burner. We're still trying to prioritize him. But even when we face these obstacles, we're still putting God first. So that's why plan B has come into place, right? So yeah, those are some of the things. As you can read the rest of it, memorizing your my focus scripture, which you guys know already, is James 4 verse 8, right? So yeah, for the month of January. So those are some of the things that I will do if I have no time, feeling burnt out, or feeling tired. So obstacle number 2 is when I'm anxious or stressed or sad or depressed. Like, these are the things I'm more likely to do. So some of the things are reading Psalms. Like, that is my favorite book of the Bible. If you guys don't know already, like, I've done a video about a flip through of my study Bible, all in the book of Psalms. So go ahead and check out that video. I'll try to link in the description box down below. But yeah, reading Psalms, visiting Psalms, praying Psalms unto God. Like that's one of my biggest things to do. Even like using like going to a specific scripture, sorry, on on worry, on anxiety. So my favorite scripture that I always go to is Matthew 6 verse 25 to 34. That really puts me back into focus mode and remembering that God is in control and I need not to worry. So I also put a new plan in place, which I will show you guys later on, hopefully throughout this year. um Creating using my rescue roadmap. So I kind of made like a little pamphlet, the roadmap itself is a simple guide or notebook, right? That I follow based on how I'm feeling. So those feelings are mostly like negative emotions. So for example, if I'm worried, if I'm stressed, if I'm depressed, there's like a guided step in what I can do. Some are practical steps and some are like spiritual steps that you can take to like overcome those obstacles. And then I kind of I add this new to the list, reading like 5 pages of a Christian novel. So I thought that would probably help me with my anxiety or stress, or whenever I'm feeling sad. Even like watching a nature documentary. If you guys have seen my relaxed routine, if you haven't, definitely check that video out. That literally I kind of show you guys how you can watch a documentary, pray before, pray after, and pray even during your documentary. And that is your time with God. So there's different ways that you can spend time with God. There's not just one way, there's many ways that you can spend time with God, have that intimate relationship that He always wanted us to have. And then the final obstacle is distractions. That is like my biggest obstacle, right? Whenever I am not focused, right? So I kind of did like I kind of implemented something new, which I will show you later on, hopefully this year, about using my tabs to refocus my mind on God. But these are some of the general things that I do to stay focused, right, and not distracted, is try and remove or distance myself from distractions. So distractions could be social media, distractions could be even my phone, watching television. Those are like my basic distractions, really. Or that's why most times I tend to do like a media fast or a phone detox, or just a social media fast as well, or just staying away from my phone for like a couple of hours throughout the day. And that really helps me to like go back into focus mode. And even like trying my hardest to do my quiet time first thing in the morning. Like I have to try and remember to give myself grace if I haven't done it. Don't beat myself up, because sometimes I'm an individual that tend to beat myself up if I don't meet that expectation. And in this season of my life, in this year, I'm all about giving myself grace, not to the point where I'm slacking, but to the point where I'm still accountable to God, right? And then even going on personal retreats, like that's my favorite bit. My ministry, which is Women of Mighty Valor Ministry, we tend to do like a prayer and fasting retreat, which is every 2 weeks. So that really helps me to like get into focus mode again, alongside Shanish and the ladies that attend. So yeah. And then also like being still. I've recently found this on another YouTube channel. I can't remember her name, but it was really insightful, where she had a Bible and like a whole theme for her Bible called Be Still. And so she has like a specific scripture that, she would highlight, and that will be like her moment to like be still. So I decided to implement that as well. So like literally to just be silent, be still for 10 minutes, right? And I highlighted Exodus 14, verse 14, and I just stay silent for 10 minutes. And that was like really, really helpful in that moment when I am distracted as well. And even like brain dumping. You guys, if you haven't seen, I did a video recently all about what's in my quiet time basket. And I kind of tell you guys that it's really good to have like a notebook, like a book that, is random. Of course, I call it like the brain dump notebook, right? Where you just dump anything that's on your mind in that moment just before you start your quiet time. And that really helps. So brain dump whatever is on your mind and pray about it to God. That really helps, you know, staying focused as well, and even like reading the Bible just to hear from God. Because every time we open our Bible, that's how we hear from God. If you really want more information on how to hear from God, I did a whole live on that. So I'll try to link that also in the description box. But guys, I just wanted to jump on here quickly, got to kind of show you guys what I do if if the plan failed, because I've set my spiritual growth plan on, and I said it before, but I had actually implemented it on January 1st, 2023. So, and I was like, oh, I need a plan B, because plan A, I did plan A, but sometimes, some days I'll literally fall off. So like this is like day 13 of the spiritual growth plan being implemented, but I have fell off some parts, right, where it really needs improvement. But I say, you know what, in this season, if I'm giving myself grace, I also need to have a plan B, which was a suggestion from my husband to have a plan B in place, right? So I want to tell you guys, if you have set your spiritual growth plan, make sure you have a plan B. If you want to see my personal spiritual growth plan, definitely download the template that is available in the pinned comments down below. And I'll see you guys in another video. If you want more information all about spiritual growth plan, as I said, I did a whole live on that. So I'll try to link that as well in the description box or in the pinned comments. So guys, thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you guys in another video. Bye, Crystalites.